On a quiet evening in a city where luxury often hid truth, Adrian Cross sat alone in his penthouse, staring at two identical black cards resting on the glass table in front of him. To the world, Adrian was a self-made millionaire, admired for his intelligence and discipline. But beneath the tailored suits and calm confidence was a man who had been betrayed once and feared being fooled again. His engagement had ended months earlier, not because love had faded, but because trust had cracked in ways he could not ignore. Clara, his ex-fiancée, had loved the lifestyle as much as she claimed to love him, and Adrian had never been fully certain where her loyalty truly lay. The only person who had remained quietly constant through those months was Lily, the nanny who cared for his young daughter, Emma, with patience and warmth that money could not buy. Adrian did not enjoy tests, but life had taught him that words were cheap and actions were honest. Clara had recently reached out again, apologetic and affectionate, hinting that she wanted to fix what was broken. At the same time, Lily continued her work with the same humility she had shown from the beginning, never asking for more than her salary and never treating Adrian differently because of his wealth. Something in Adrian needed clarity, not for revenge, but for peace. So he devised a simple test, not to trap anyone, but to see hearts revealed without pressure or explanation. One afternoon, Adrian invited Clara to lunch at an expensive restaurant she loved. Their conversation flowed easily, filled with memories and soft laughter, and for a moment Adrian wondered if he had been wrong about her. When the bill arrived, he calmly placed one of the black cards on the table and told her it was hers to use, not just for lunch, but for anything she wanted that day. Clara's eyes widened, and her smile sharpened with excitement. She asked no questions, only thanked him quickly and promised to be right back. Adrian watched through the glass as she stepped outside and made several phone calls, her gestures animated and confident, as if the card had already changed her future. That same day, Adrian returned home earlier than usual. Lily was in the living room with Emma, helping her draw pictures on the floor. Adrian sat down quietly and after a few minutes placed the second black card beside Lily, explaining that it was for emergencies, for anything Emma might ever need, and that she should keep it just in case. Lily froze for a moment, clearly uncomfortable. She gently pushed the card back toward him and said she appreciated the trust, but she could not accept something so valuable without clear reason. Adrian insisted it was for Emma, not for her, and after some hesitation, Lily agreed to keep it in a drawer, promising to use it only if it was truly necessary. By evening, the truth began to unfold without Adrian asking a single question. Clara returned, glowing with satisfaction, proudly showing him designer shopping bags and talking excitedly about a weekend trip she had already booked with friends. She spoke as if the card was now a symbol of what she deserved, not something entrusted to her. When Adrian gently asked if she had thought about saving it or using it carefully, her smile faded slightly. She laughed it off and said money was meant to be enjoyed, especially when life offered a second chance. Adrian nodded politely, but inside, something quietly settled into place. Later that night, Emma developed a high fever. Adrian was away on an urgent call, and Lily did not panic. She wrapped Emma in a blanket, checked her temperature, and without hesitation used the black card to take her to the best hospital nearby. She stayed by Emma's side for hours, declining offers of private rooms and extra comforts, focused only on the child's safety. When Adrian rushed to the hospital, breathless with fear, he found Lily asleep in a chair, her hand resting gently on Emma's arm. The doctor explained that Lily had authorized immediate care without concern for cost and had refused to leave until Emma was stable. Adrian stood there, overwhelmed by a mix of relief and emotion he could not control. In that quiet hospital room, the weight of his doubts finally lifted. The test had not been about money after all, but about intention. One card had been used to amplify desire, the other to protect someone vulnerable. One had revealed entitlement, the other responsibility. When Lily woke up and apologized for using the card without permission, Adrian almost cried. He thanked her instead, his voice breaking slightly as he realized how rare such integrity was in a world obsessed with appearances. The next day, Adrian met Clara one final time. He did not accuse or insult her. He simply explained that their values no longer aligned, and that love without respect and restraint could never feel safe again. Clara was offended at first, then defensive, and finally silent when she understood there would be no more chances. Adrian wished her well and walked away without bitterness, lighter than he had felt in months. Life slowly changed after that. Adrian promoted Lily, increased her salary, and ensured she and Emma shared a bond built on trust, not obligation. More importantly, Adrian learned a lesson he would carry forever. Wealth does not test people, it reveals them. The way someone treats what is given freely says more than promises ever could. In the end, Adrian did not almost cry because he was disappointed, but because he was grateful. Grateful that truth had shown itself quietly, clearly, and in time.